They mad, they hate me and irritated. Close your mouth, you can save it without a doubt. You won't claim it, you is a slouch.
What it do is your boy Lifeline. Lifeline presents bringing to you GOAT metrics. We got Seb in the building. What's going on, son?
Good, man. What it do?
We got Benny Blanco in the building. What's up, B?
Chilling, man. What's going on? It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. But I mean, this is when I'm glad Seb came, because last week he wasn't here, and we was gonna do the summer league. We had to roll it for the summer league, but then we switched gears. But this is one thing I've been wanting to do for a minute. I want to do this episode right here is the bucket list, the all-time bucket list. We're gonna jump right into it, man. So we got the number one guy. I'm gonna read up his stats, and then we're gonna go from there. But I have some extra stuff I didn't throw at y'all. I didn't write on the programming. But LeBron James, he got 42,000 points, 42,184 points in 22 years, and he has one scoring title. He's number 8 on the all-time points average. He averaged 27 points a game, and he's averaged 3 times average over 30 in 22 years. So one of the few players that averaged 30 3 different times. That's LeBron James, number 8 in average, number 1 at points, and he averaged 3 times at 30 points, and he got one scoring title. We're going to go to Seb first, since we ain't heard you in a while. This is LeBron. So Seb, what's good? What you feel about LeBron being the top of the leaderboard?
So you have to start me with LeBron. That's what we doing. Hey. So you know, since we talking about on, I got my crown on. You know, I can't talk about the king unless I'm wearing the crown. You know, everybody get one. Like Oprah out here, you get a car, you get a car, you get a scoring title, you scoring title. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. You said it is 22 years. I mean, so you average 27 points. I can't knock that. Like, that's one of the things I can't say nothing negative about that, because that's something that's almost impossible. Like, not too many people gonna do that. And he might be the only one. I think Wilt, at like 19 years, he started to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, Kareem. He started to slow down. He wasn't that same scorer that he used to be. And we know LeBron is actually a pass first type of player because he'd be scared to take them big shots. I mean, he liked to assist. I'm sorry. But, you know, you can't take that away. It's just odd to see a person that is number 8 on the all-time average, but you're the number 1 scorer of all times. But that just shows you the longevity. Thing I can always say about LeBron that I have to respect is he's been, life like to say great, I like to say really good for a long time. Like, you can't knock that. Most players start to decline at 15 years. You know, this dude in it 22 years, much respect to that. But again, it just goes to show you like the type of he is to be 22 years to win or to be the scorer. So I'm not gonna say nothing bad about him.
Oh, okay. When you was gonna do that? But anyway, hey, 22 years, 42,000 points. How you feel about LeBron being the number 1 on the all-time points list?
Seb said it. This is the case of longevity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean it in a negative way, because long is great and it's ideal. But that's how it reached that because of how long he's been playing basketball at a base. You know, again, nobody's taking that. But I compare it to Z, man. I compare it to Jay-Z, whose longevity is, you know, we already seen his longevity. But he's not even 5. So that's how I see The longevity is what got you there. It's respected. Nobody can take that from you. But there's other cats out there that are more dominant.
Let me ask y'all a question. Now we're just gonna go on the scoring itself. Okay? When you look at LeBron's game, I'm going to be this. How do you feel like him as a scorer? You know, because he got more buckets than anybody.
Right.
So, but how do you view him as a scorer when you look at the rest of the list? Since we didn't get to the rest of the list, but how you look at him as a scorer? Because the thing about it, what y'all said is that he had a high scoring average, even though he ain't the top guy, but he did it for 22 years. So how do you feel about him scoring in general? Like, you know, you got guys that can score on all levels. How do you feel about LeBron's game as about him scoring?
Obviously towards the end and current because he's still playing. He's developed his step back jump shot a lot. I mean, tremendously from when he got into the league. Where now is consistency, but overall he's like Sev said, he's a pass first guy. So I think he starts the game like passing, and then defense backs up, and then he starts attacking the rim. He's great at attacking. So great slasher. I'm not going to say he's the greatest shooter, definitely by far, but I would say one of the best slashing power forwards, agile, fast, that can get to the rim. I'll put him up there as probably number one.
Okay, I got you. Seb, what about you? As far as him scoring, his capabilities on the floor.
First of all, not going to tolerate any more disrespect from Benny. That's the second time that he made a statement about Z not being in this top 5. Keep it to yourself, okay? Keep it to yourself. I'm not going to this anymore. All right? Now, my wife just got back from Beyonce concert. We was all backstage. We wasn't, but you know. But that's it. No more of that. All right? Now, with that being said, I give LeBron a plus average as a scorer. He's not a good 3-point shooter. He's a horrible shooter. But like you said, his size and his agility to get to the basket, and he's unstoppable. He's almost like Juggernaut. Once he drops shoulders and he gets that momentum, nobody's gonna stop him from getting to the basket. But as far as what type of scoring skill he has in his bag, I'm a C plus at best. You know, I'll give him an A for, like you said, being a great into the basket. But then, you know, you get a lot of D plus and C for everything else. And you know, as far as the scoring, I always Karl Malone when I think about LeBron, because he's another one that a great scorer per se, but what he did was great. What he was able to do, and you know, we all know he was one of the top scorers ever. So I look at it that.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. Well, first of all, LeBron's career, him averaging 27 points for 22 years, we probably never see that done again. You know, because for still to be number 8. And a lot of guys played less years. So that just lets you know if he'd have cut it off early, his percentage would be higher. You know, of course, he wouldn't have the totals, you know, but this comes with longevity, not a lot of accidents. I mean, not a lot of injuries. The 3 years he scored 30 was real big. And I was surprised with the one scoring title, because one scoring title in 22 years, that's a little different. I thought he would have had more. But I give him, I believe he's before, when he came into the league, he scored by being aggressive, being a locomotive. And now he do have better game, you know, as far as certain shots he take. And he never been like an excellent 3-point shooter. But he got a good mid range, and then he got different moves in the post. So I give him a B or something like that. Like I still feel like it's still superior. If you needed a bucket, he could get it for you. All right. Now we're gonna go to number 2, Kareem. Kareem, he got 38,387 points. He played 20 years. He got 2 scoring titles. He's number 20 on the list all time of scoring averages, averaging 24.61. And he has 4 years. Listen to me. 4 years of averaging 30 out of his 20 years. So we're gonna go to you, B. Kareem, the captain.
Listen, that's my guy, man. Like, I love Kareem. Like I said, man, like, yo, he fought Bruce Lee, man. He was in that flick. But the numbers speak for itself for Kareem, man. Like, New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? He was all about, you know what I'm saying, like, with civil rights movement. And he was always like pretty much to himself. And if he had to speak, he voices his opinion. But on the court, come on, man, the sky hook to this day is the shot that has never been blocked. And like Walt Clyde Frazier says, I don't know why young kids don't try to come up with some type of hook shot, because Kareem, you know, his career, he had a whole career with it. Yeah. But listen, I love Kareem, man.
Yeah. What you feel about Kareem scoring 38,000 points? What's number 1 for a long time until LeBron took him over?
Right.
2 scoring ties. What you feel about that, Seb?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually a little surprised with his average, with him being so low on his average, even though he played 20 years. But I did look at his stats, and I saw that those last maybe 4 years, you know, he was averaging low numbers, you know, 12. So, you know, it really hurt his average a lot. But again, he chose to play those years, which he had nothing else to prove. And you're right, he did have one of the most unstoppable shots. Nothing fancy, nothing flashy, just a hook shot. But, you know, I look at it for a lot of that time, he was the biggest and one of the most dominant. Like, you look in that era before Magic and all those guys, it was like 3 players that dominated, you know, the NBA, and he was one of them. So you expect him to have those type of points. But I was disappointed in knowing that he only scored 30 plus 3 times in his entire career. No, so that came as
it was 4 times.
4 times. I apologize for that. That was a disappointment to me.
Okay, I get that. With Kareem, I'm like y'all. The sky hook was impeccable. He carried the league when he scored, and I think he scored. I don't know if it's all 4 of his 30-point games. Matter of fact, I believe all 4 of his 30-point seasons was with the Bucks. He never beat the Lakers. 30. So, but hell of a score, you know, and for him to take it over Wilt, like he took Wilt, then other guys came in. So he had it for 20 some odd, 30 years before, maybe even 40 before LeBron got it, like almost, you know. So we're not gonna go, you're not going crazy. I gave LeBron a little extra because I wanted to know what y'all really feel, but we're gonna kind of speed through the list. And if you want to say anything about a guy, just drop it in. But then we go to Karl Malone. Karl Malone, 36,928 points, 19 seasons. He has 0 scoring titles. He's number 15 on the all-time scoring average. His average is 25.02, and he has 1 year when he averaged 30. That's Karl Malone, number 15, number 3 all-time, number 15 all-time average, and he averaged 25.02 points. Seb, what you feel about Karl Malone?
Again, you know, it's one of them things with Karl Malone where I don't know if he's overrated or underrated. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves for being number 3 all-time scorer, because, you know, he was number 2 for a long time. and nobody ever mentioned him as being like one of the greatest scorers ever. It's always like, yeah, you know, Carl's number 2, and then we keep moving. So I don't know. Like, it's the mailman, you know, he never won. And unfortunately, he was in that Michael Jordan era, man. So a lot of people didn't make it, you know, and that just shows how great Mike was. It doesn't take away from Carl, but that's what it is.
Yeah. B, what you feel about Karl Malone?
I'll sum up Karl Malone, just to sum it up, as good, but not good enough. As far as being compared to the all-time greats and scorers and this and that. I'm shocked that he don't has a scoring title. I thought he did. But I guess, you know, he was number 2 and he scored a bunch of points, but he did it in a, I guess, efficient way where he didn't have to score that much. He had Stockton and they had a system, so I guess, you know, that's where that fell. But hey, good but not good enough. I'm gonna leave it like that for the mailman. But I will always remember the, you know what I'm saying, the dunk with the back and I love that.
I'm gonna give y'all this, right? Karl Malone, like, I'm a little disappointed he had no scoring titles, but then I do remember the era he was in.
Right.
And then he was in the Mike era, and then he even, when Shaq came, you know, AI and all these other guys started scoring before he finally retired or whatever. But the whole thing I'm gonna say is this: 25 points, 19 years, crazy. But one thing I'm gonna say is this: he got buckets. He's the first guy that I'm telling you, he got buckets. Now, don't get me wrong, Kareem got 2 scoring titles, LeBron got 1, but Karl Malone got buckets. I remember when the Utah Jazz was playing, Karl Malone got buckets. Like, they get him the ball when they needed buckets, Karl Malone was it. And then he wasn't taking threes or nothing. So he was down low, pounding, mid-range, everything. He's the first guy on the list. And I'm not disrespecting LeBron or Kareem, but I just remember him getting buckets and when his team needed it. Like, he never had another 2 scorer that was even close to his points.
Nah, that's a fact.
So I just got to look at, like, if Utah Jazz would have had another guy that averaged like 20 points, like some of these other guys have had, then maybe we won't be like discrediting Karl Malone for not getting a chip. But as far as the scorer, he got a lot of buckets. All right, now we go to Kobe. What can we say? But Kobe got 33,000 points, 33,643 points, 20 years. He's another 20 guy. He has 2 scoring titles. He's number 16th in all-time scoring behind Malone. For his career, he averaged 24.99, and he has 3 years, which he scored 30. So 3 30-point years out of 20. And that's Kobe Bryant. So, B, how you feel about Kobe Bryant as a scorer?
Listen, closest thing to Michael Jordan, greatest scorer of all time. Like he had to study. He knew the fundamentals was the key to being a great scorer. So he worked on all the fundamentals, all the footwork. He had the fadeaway jump shot. Obviously, you had to do something with him if he decided to attack the basket. Pull-up game, floaters, the passes, the way he read the defenses. Total package. I mean, him versus Mike. That's the way I see it.
I dig that. Kobe got it in. Buckets. All right. So Seth, how you feel about Kobe Bryant as a scorer with all these buckets?
Well, just to piggyback off of Benny, one, I don't think anybody can beat Mike. But if somebody was going to beat Mike, and Kobe. Intensity, his aggression, and then his skill set, which was Mike's skill set. I think Kobe might be the only person more aggressive and intense than Michael Jordan. He just has it. And one thing with Kobe is his first 2 seasons really kind of lowered his scoring. He didn't start his first season. He was coming off the bench, so he didn't score a lot. Second season, he did a little more. And then he played with Shaq, who was winning scoring titles. You know what I'm saying? While they were together. So if Kobe had his way, even when it was the Shaq and Kobe show, Kobe would have still been averaging 35 points a game. But, he played in the triangle offense. So Kobe is the one guy I'll say this about, and I'll sum it up. One, he played offensively as he did defensively. And that's crazy to average 30-something points and still be the best defender on the floor. And again, if he wasn't paired with who he was paired with, he might have a 30-point average right now. But again, life is what it is. So, but definitely respect for that.
Yeah, and I feel you with Kobe. Kobe was one of those players that when he first came into the league, he didn't have the green light, but he had the skill to have the green light. He was just unfortunately came to a franchise where they wanted to develop him and not let him get a groove in the season. But when Kobe got to playing with Shaq and play everything, we seen what he could do. And then when he finally got to show you what he could do, it was ridiculous. Him and Shaq had one of the highest averages as teammates all time. Like a couple of those years, they had like a high average. They're like averaging 28 and 29, like 29 and 27. Like that was the crazy year when they was getting it in. But Kobe could do everything. When you say footwork, when you say post up, he was just, when it comes to scoring, like you say, he's second to Mike's when I seen him scoring. And then some people might say, with his 3-pointers, they might say he got an edge on Mike with his 3-point shooting. He wasn't a great point shooter, but he shot more 3-pointers than Mike. And that's why he was able to have like an 81-point game and stuff like that, because he was hitting threes as well. But Kobe, hell of a scorer, get buckets, didn't back down, battled, and he didn't see a bad shot. Yeah, that was close to a bad shot. All right, so we go number 5 on the list. None other than Michael Jordan. He has 32,000 points. What I keep saying, I can say the points, I stop. 32,292 points. He got 15 years. He got 10 scoring titles. He's number 1 with the highest scoring average. He averaged 30.12. And he has 8 years of averaging 30 points out of his 15 years. So I'm going to pass it to you, Seth. Michael Jordan with an average of 30.12, and he had 8 plus 30-point years and 10 scoring titles. What type of scorer? How you feel about him as a scorer?
You talking about? You know how I feel about Mike, man. Greatest scorer ever. And like you said, he didn't shoot 3-pointers that hard. And we all know about the game where he's like, if I wanted to shoot threes, we know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, let me say this. 14 years. 14 years. Not 14 points. All right, we forget that one season, I think 2 seasons, he might have only 17 games, right? One season, he came back in mid Wasn't even a full season. So we could say Mike really only played 11 full seasons, right? And won 10 scores consecutively. Took a break, came back and won, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And he was among great scorers. We talk about Malone. You know what I'm saying? Like he played against those guys and he scored, was just on such a higher level. Like I looked at his score averages, and I want to say 1 year, first year, he averaged like 28 point something points. And I looked at a couple of other guys on the list that won a scoring title with that average. So that just goes to show you how great he was, you know, because he was scoring the same thing they were scoring while they were winning the scoring title, and he wasn't even winning it. So that right there says a lot to me. I think that, well, we could all say if he didn't retire and do this, he would be number one. I'm pretty sure he reached 20,000 in a shorter amount of time than LeBron, probably even 30,000. But again, we can't go back and change things. But greatest scorer ever. I mean, Mike could do it all. Fade away. You know, you can't let him get no air because he's going to dunk on you from wherever. He could shoot threes when he wanted to. You know, he jumped back. Like his step back was amazing. So, I mean, it's Mike, man. And again, like Kobe, he gave you the same thing on defense that he did on offense. Forever to me.
All right, man. How you feel about Mike as a scorer?
Listen, Mike is the GOAT, man. We was talking about it, and when I saw the stats you send me, I was like 10 scoring titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the closest was Wilt at 7. And Wilt scored 100 points. So listen, come on, man. Mike is incredible. We were definitely fortunate to watch him as he was doing this. It's very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, I even sent you a clip. Like this was early Mike, and it was just a random play, and he dunked on Barkley, and Barkley fell down. It's just crazy to see that he did this effortlessly. But I mean, talking about like, yo, you got to put Mike up in there and the greatest dunkers in games. I mean, I know you got your Vince and you got your Kemps and you know the human highlight film. Man, look at Mike's highlight.
Yeah.
The helmets he done dished out. It's crazy. It's disgusting the way he done dunked on people.
Yeah.
So listen, Mike is the GOAT. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm gonna add on to what y'all said, but me, I'm a stat man and I like titles and this, that, and other. We all know he got the highest scoring average. So what can we say? Like, you put somebody in the game, you know what he gonna give you. He giving you 30. So that says enough. But the thing that I dug deep into this list, right? Because you got the top 10 all-time scores of all time, right? The top 10. So I say, you know, I was looking at, I was like, dang, Mike got 10 scoring time. Look at the other guys. They got this, they got that. Yeah, Wilt is the closest, right? But this what I did that was impressed me so much. LeBron, listen to the names. LeBron, Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe, Dirk, Wilt, Kevin Durant, Shaquille O'Neal, Carmelo Anthony. All together. These is great names. These is great players. 19 scoring titles. Mike got 10. Like 9 of them got 19. And really, if you take Wilt off,
Wilt got 7.
Yeah, Wilt got 7 of them. So if you take Wilt out of there, Mike got 10, and the other 8 guys got 12.
That's crazy.
But that's why when they be saying other players is the best score we ever seen, what are you watching?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Because I follow the stats at the end, just like when I play basketball, right? After the game over, I go to the stat book. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what matters.
You Russell Westbrook, huh?
I don't want to hear what you told me. Oh, he was the best scorer of the game. No, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? His points looked nice, but this guy had 34.
Right.
He was the best scorer in the game. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
We go to number 6. It's Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki has 31,560 points. He played 21 years. He has 0 scoring title. I only counted the guys that made the top 50 all-time scoring average. He was in A. He didn't make it. He's not a top 50 average. And he has 0 years of 30 points a game. For career, Dirk averaged 20.7. Yeah. So Dirk, I see your face, Seb. So I'm gonna pass the Benny. I'll wait for you. I see his face. So by Dirk being number 6, Benny, how do you feel about Dirk as a scorer?
As a scorer, okay. So as a scorer, he created a problem because the guy is 7 foot.
Mm-hmm.
He could dribble, and he obviously he could shoot it. You know what I'm saying? So when he first came into the league, he actually can run up the court too. He got a lot of buckets that way. As a scorer, he's a problem because he'll hit you with the jump shot. That's always a threat. Now you're gonna take that away, put it on the floor, take it to the basket. Dirk is a tough cover. You know what I'm saying? Because mostly big men was guarding him, and he can outmaneuver them, so to speak. He was the German Larry Bird.
I feel that. Seth, how you feel about Dirk's career?
Well, he did whoop LeBron's ass.
As a scorer, man, as a scorer.
I listened to
That
them
was one of my
stats.
favorite
Now I'm
championships.
confused.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. When did he do all of this scoring? He said he never averaged 30. Like tell me his scoring average.
He averaged 20.7 in 21 years.
So when did he must have played 82 games every season. When the hell did he do all of this scoring to have 31,000 points? He averaged 20 points, which I'm not taking nothing away from that. I'm shocked because I thought Dirk would have had like 24, 25. What to say? I'm a little confused. I think they might have padded Dirk numbers or something, man. Like he never averaged 30. Like he averaged 20. Reggie Miller averaged like 19.
Yo, this is like a reverse racism show.
I'm just saying.
Yo.
We be having affirmative action. Yeah.
Listen, and y'all always give me the white guy and make it seem like I'm the one picking on the white guy, man. But he did whip LeBron's ass. Every time we talk about a white boy, you bring up Dirk. Whoop LeBron's ass.
Hey, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said without the the slander a little bit. You know what I mean? But I was surprised too. I was surprised that his scoring average was that low as well.
Yeah.
So I dug deep because he didn't have a scoring title either, and he never averaged 30. So I'm like, where did the points accumulate? And why his scoring average is so low? And we talked about Kobe. Kobe didn't come into the league averaging 20 off the jump.
That's right.
But people don't realize this. Dirk is probably the only guy on this list that had the biggest development. Because he has more points than Shaq, more points than Carmelo Anthony, but his development is big, and I'm about to tell you why. His first year, he averaged 8. His second year, he averaged 12. His third year, he averaged 17. It took him 4 years to average 20. Most of the guys on this list came in the league averaging 20, or at least by year 2, they was averaging 20.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. But Dirk, I was surprised as well. That's why I gave you those numbers. But it's just when he started scoring, he started scoring.
I got it.
You know, and when he was giving you buckets, he was giving you buckets. And then to me, his buckets, and even with Mike and all these guys, he probably has the most impressive buckets when he won his only championship.
Yeah, man.
You know, like when he was scoring, and like Ben said, I mean, they got the Dirk shot, the one-leg shot. He made that. If somebody else made it, then he perfected it. He put on the
that's a fact.
So Dirk was like one of the biggest guys that give you shots, that give you buckets. He could shoot off of either leg. You know? So as a scorer, he was an impeccable scorer, and he was a big frame. You know, so
that's a fact.
I'm gonna give it to Dirk. I was just impressed that I was surprised. Not really surprised he didn't have a scoring title, because everybody don't lead the league in scoring. But I was kind of surprised that he had a lower average. But then when I dug deep, like 8, 12, and 17 to start out the gate, but then finished number 6. Ain't no guy we know started out averaging 8 points a game.
Right.
And
that's a fact.
Finished number 6 all time. So that means his stretch was amazing. Okay. And number 7 is Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain has 31,000. I don't know what's up with me. 31,419 points. He only played 14 years. He has 7 scoring titles. He's second all-time average with 30.07, and he has 7 years where he averaged 30 or more. 7 years averaging 30 or more, and 7 scoring titles. He has the second points. So we're gonna start what you said with Wilt Chamberlain.
You're not counting his other 10,000.
We're talking about the ladies, man. We're talking about the
Nah, it's Wilt, man. I mean, he came in at a time where he was able to dominate the league. But one thing I will say about that is he had the ability and the skill to dominate the league. So it wasn't just that he was big and dominant. He actually had skill level to do it. I don't think like he took basketball as serious as a lot of other people, which probably hindered him from being a better player or even a better teammate or winning more. But I mean, this Wilt, man, what can you say? He was a scorer. That's what Wilt did. He was a scorer. And if you told him that all he could do is score, he'll lead the league in assists on your ass too. So, I mean, it's Wilt, you know, like I would expect him to be number 2. I really would expect him to be number 1, but, you know, he had a short basketball career.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. 14 years is not a long time. All right, Benny. Wilt as a scorer, how you feel about Wilt?
Well, from what I've seen, I mean, the numbers they jump out. They're crazy. The numbers are ridiculous. So forget about the number. For what I'm seeing him as a scorer, it was a very Shaq-like. I mean, not because of the dunks. Forget that. It's the dominating, the domination that the force that he put on. It's one of his main attributes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think I ever seen Wilt take a jump shot. And all the highlights I've seen, it was straight up, rebounds, maybe even taking it the length of the court and dunking or it in, because at the time I think they forced him to say he couldn't dunk.
Yeah,
dominating so much. So it's just the dominating force that he played with. obviously, you know, a person that put up all those numbers were very he had skill, so it wasn't just like do like that. So he had the skill. He was fast. Like when I see the highlight, I'm like, he runs a lot faster than the centers now. You know what I'm saying? He was but dominating force. Wilt is still.
Yeah. Excuse me. This is one of the times I had to apologize. But while y'all was talking, I was researching. That's me for not doing my homework at home. I'm doing it while we in class. You know what I'm saying? because I had wrote a note down, but then I wanted to go even deeper because Wilt is what he had 100 points in one game. He averaged 50. As a scorer, he did something that we'll never see again. Only way somebody in the NBA right now will average 50 if they playing for 72 minutes a game.
That's a fact.
That tells you how Wilt, you know, and so they get a lot of breaks and still got more time to play.
Mm-hmm.
He was such an athlete. He ran track. He did the hurdles. He did the high jump. Like he got records in high jumps at his college.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wilt was a track star. You know, so therefore, when he came into the league, you know, when he came into the league, it was something different. And I just wanted to go through because when Seb said that he led the league in assists one year, I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy though, because I wrote it down, but I wasn't too sure about the other stuff. When he led the assists one year, and we talk about scoring, you know, as a scorer, so we know he already scored. You know, he already scored. But this is what he did one year when he wanted to lead the league in assists. Because you would think by you passing and you focusing on that, your score is going to go down.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what he averaged, right? It was 1967-68, right? He averaged 24 points, 23 rebounds, and 8.6 assists a game. So that year, he led the league in rebounds, assists, and was the season MVP. Like, what are we doing here? When a scorer could do that.
That's good.
Yeah. So we talk about buckets and stuff like that. They wouldn't let you dunk at the time. Wilt changed the rule because he was doing stuff that other people couldn't do.
And he was 3-pointers.
Yeah.
He was getting all those points without 3-pointers.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So Wilt,
he was like, they had to do the whole goaltending thing because they were putting up these shots. He was just like, snatching stuff out of the air, and they were like, "Yo, I think they changed the whole rule book because of Wilt."
All right, we got to speed it up a little bit, guys, but don't shorten it. If we got to stop off with somebody, we got to stop off. But now it's number 8, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant played 17 years. He got 30,571 points, and he has 4 scoring titles. He's number 6 on the all-time scoring average with 27.22. He led the league he scored 30 or more twice in his NBA career. So he averaged 30 twice out of 17 years. I'm gonna start with you, B. What you feel about Kevin Durant?
Listen, with those numbers, I'm gonna put some respect on his name, man. Listen, wait, 4 scoring titles?
Yeah, he got 4 scoring titles.
4 scoring titles, very impressive. And he already got chips because we saw him win some chips. I was surprised about the scoring title. I didn't know that, but listen, it's he's a more, you know, the slim body shape, but almost a 7-footer, almost like a Dirk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think better jump shot, better getting to the basket, pull up game. You know what I'm saying? Like he's another guy. Like, how you gonna guard him? You got to double team him. You got to take the ball out of his hands. But yeah, man, he's definitely, when it comes to scoring, tough cover. What are you gonna do with him?
Yeah, exactly. Sev, KD, how you feel about him as a scorer?
And my second favorite player of all time. I think, with no bias, I think Kevin Durant may be the most efficient scorer that we've ever seen. Like, you look at his averages, constantly 50, 40, 90. I think one season he was 50, 50. Like, and he's one of the greatest shooters that we've ever seen. Like, I know we always say Steph Curry's one of the greatest shooters, but he's the greatest. Steph Curry's the greatest three-point shooter. But Kevin Durant might be the greatest shooter that we've ever seen. And I mean from anywhere. The guy, like, he can shoot from anywhere. And he has high percentages when he takes shots from three, from mid-range, like anywhere. The guy's just efficient. He can score. And again, you're almost 7 feet with the wingspan of a 7'4" guy. Like, you just shooting over people. But he does it with finesse and skill. So much respect to KD. I don't know how much more time he has left, but I think that he can possibly go number 3 or maybe even number 2 on the all-time scoring list before he retires. Time will tell.
Okay. Y'all bigged up KD. Now I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. KD is who he is. He could score with one leg. He could score with 2 legs. He come back from Achilles and average 29 points a game. KD, and the league don't even know if KD had muscle. He probably up there with LeBron with less years right now. He couldn't physically dominate you. But when it comes to scoring, and I hate it because Steph said he might be one of the better scorers, because I love KD. And I used to get mad because they be shooting so much. But I get it, because you known to make them.
Yeah.
Like, drive and do this, but that's not his game. But KD has 4 scoring titles, so he's tied with AI and George Gervin as they the only players that has 4. So it's Mike, Wilt, then KD, AI, and George Gervin with 4. So I salute anybody. That means 4 out of your 17 years, and forget all the times you was injured.
Right.
You led the league in scoring, brother, and I salute you. So now we go to number 9. Number 9, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal got 28,596 points in 19 years. He has 2 scoring titles. He's 29th all-time scoring average of 23.69. He has 0 years of averaging 30. That is Shaquille O'Neal. So we're going to start with Sev first with Shaquille O'Neal.
I can sum it up by just saying just the dominant force that you couldn't do nothing with. When Shaq get the ball in the low post, he score. Doesn't matter who's guarding him. It is what it is. He's going to get you 26, 27, plus 10 or 11 rebounds. You can't stop him. Like Ben said about Wilt, like he's dominant everybody except for Hakeem, we all know, but everybody else he dominated. And again, he played with Kobe, Wade, so he played with some scorers that probably kept him from scoring as much as he could have.
Yeah.
But dominant athletic player. He's my favorite center of all time, so it is. I thought he would have been higher on the average, though.
I got you, brother. Yeah, I did too. What you think, B? Shaq as a scorer.
Shaq attack. Yeah, definitely one of these intimidating forces. He did have footwork. If you look at his post footwork, he had a mean drop step. I mean, a mean drop step.
Oh, he did.
Boom, spin, and you was done. You was done. So he had no jump shot, free throws, horrible. Tremendous rebounder, obviously, and a rim protector, especially younger years. Very good rim protector, but he did have some footwork. But he used his dominating force to become who he is.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. When I think of Shaq as a scorer, I think of dominance. He imposed his will on defenders. He went through defenders, and not one defenders. He went through defenders. When Shaq, like a lot of players got upset because sometimes when he dunked on him, he would open his legs up, and that's very disrespectful. So Shaq dominated. I was surprised that he didn't ever average 30. That was surprising.
Yeah.
His scoring average, I get it because he didn't stay in shape in his last 4 or 5 years. So I get it, the average dropping. But I was surprised he didn't average 30. And this is our last guy on the list. He's about to be a Hall of Famer, so put some respect on Carmelo's name.
Before you say that, Mike, when you say that, can I just say this? Because I had to look at it just now. If averaged just 20% more from the free throw, he would have averaged over 30. Like he out of a free throw shooter. Like if he just made 70% his free throws, he would have averaged over 30 easily.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But let's get to Carmelo. Carmelo about to be a Hall of Fame in a few weeks. Carmelo Anthony, number 10. So say what you want to say about Carmelo. He's number 10 all-time scoring out of all the players that ever played. Your favorite player ain't in the top 10. But Melo is. So Carmelo Anthony has 28,298 points. He played 19 years, and he had one scoring title. He's 37 on the scoring averages. He averaged 22.45. He has 0 years of averaging 30. So we're going to go to B. That's Carmelo Anthony, one scoring title, 19 years. What's good?
This is right up Melo's alley. Because if you're going to describe Melo, what is it? He's a scorer. That's what he is. He's a scorer. He can score from the outside. He can score from the inside. He goes bully ball and starts banging defenders. I've seen so many interviews with defenders like, yo, you go home and your chest is hurting after playing Melo. Like he starts doing that. Complete scorer. Had a handle, had a jump shot, spin moves, pull-ups. Everything you want in a scorer, Carmelo had. You know what I mean? So, ultimate scorer. I just wanted him to win a championship in New York, man. It didn't happen.
Okay.
But everybody knows Melo.
All right.
All different types of way.
I'm going to say this real quick, so I'm going to let you end the show because I ain't even get to talk on Melo. But my man AJ popped in the chats, right? He said, and they pooped on my guy for MVP. LeBron got that off popularity. That's just something. I had my man chime in. He be watching the show a little bit, so I had him chime in.
That's the fact.
But go what you feel about Melo.
All right, so because I don't want to say anything disrespectful about Carmelo Anthony, the player that's known for scoring with only one scoring title. So is he though? Like, is he known for scoring? Never. I don't know. Carmelo is an anomaly to me. Like, I don't know how to feel about Carmelo. Like, I loved him in Denver. I felt like he ruined the Knicks. I just don't know. Like,
what kind of score?
he's known
Is he a scorer?
as a scorer. So, he has one scoring title. Like, so are you a scorer?
You know what it is?
37.
Yo, we only got like 2 minutes, bro. Like, come on. Like,
I think
All right, well, I'm only going to take
he
10
is the
more
scorer.
seconds talking about him.
yeah, Melo got moves, B. He got post ups. He got step backs. He
The
got
moves. He trying to show me the moves. I get he ain't got number one scoring title. Like he's listen, he's top 10, which he might not be there for much longer, and I'll leave it alone. If we would have waited 4 years, Melo might not have been top 10. So I'm gonna leave it alone after that. But I mean, it's Melo.
I think Melo is definitely a scorer, but he just doesn't have the will to be a great scorer, like a great scorer.
Oh, he said
He can score. He has all the skills.
Yeah.
He has all the skills, but he's not on that level.
I mean, I have all of the skills to be a mechanic, but I'm not going around touching people, shit, just ripping stuff up. I'm not doing it.
Yo, they said Dirk don't have one either. Is he a scorer?
I said the same thing about Dirk. Is he though? Like, I don't know.
Yo,
it's like, yo, this dude is a rebounder. How many did he average? 4? Like, come on, man.
Yo.
What are we doing here?
Yo, you made Benny lights go out.
Yo, lights went out trying to diss Melo, yo.
Yo, but I'm at the end of the day, Melo got buckets. Melo did what he did. And sometimes who you play in the era with, he played in AI era, Kobe era, Shaq era, and then he went to KD era. And then James Harden. You know what I mean?
What did he do though?
Hey, we got like 40 seconds, bro. I can't.
Melo did. What did he do?
He didn't win. Listen. I'm not the biggest Melo.
Hey, we not gonna do this. He about to be a Hall of Fame in a couple of
He could score, but he's never been a winner. I'm sorry. I love the guy.
Yo,
Melo.
And I love his podcast, man. Y'all killing us right now, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Yo, I like over here.
Yo, this is Go Metrics, man. This is the NBA Bucket List, episode 34, man. We out, man. Peace, man.
Yo, I love you, Melo.